perfect storm. How coaching echo chambers and pseudoscience fuel personal destruction. In the world of self-help and coaching, there exists a dangerous intersection where pseudoscience becomes identity, echo chambers reinforce untested beliefs, and promises of a utopian future overshadow the realities of the present. This confluence creates the perfect storm, a destructive force that dismantles relationships, rewrites history, and leads individuals to chase illusions of transformation, often leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. Pseudoscience as identity for some, self-help frameworks like NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, neurosemantics, and manifesting techniques become more than tools. They become core to their identity. These ideologies promise empowerment, rapid change, and personal mastery, but they are often built on shaky foundations of pseudoscience. The allure lies in their simplicity. Complex human emotions and challenges are reduced to formulas and techniques that claim to unlock hidden potential. The problem arises when these frameworks become the lens through which individuals see themselves in the world. Instead of fostering growth, they create a narrow, self-centered perspective where every relationship, every interaction, and every decision is filtered through the ideology. This identity becomes brittle, unable to adapt to real-world complexity, and vulnerable to the reinforcement of dangerous ideas. The echo chamber effect. Enter the echo chamber, a space filled with like-minded individuals who validate each other's beliefs, regardless of their validity. In environments like coaching communities, personal development groups, or workplace learning and development (L&D) teams, these echo chambers amplify the individual's belief in pseudoscientific principles. The result is a collective delusion where risk is ignored. No one questions whether these frameworks are appropriate for the individual's personality, history, or circumstances. The beast is fed. The more someone invests in these ideologies, the more the community reinforces their validity, creating a feedback loop that deepens their commitment. Critical thinking is suppressed. Dissenting voices are dismissed as negative or not growth-oriented, leaving no room for healthy skepticism. The path of destruction. For those deeply embedded in these frameworks, the past becomes an obstacle to be overcome rather than a foundation to build upon. Everything that was, relationships, commitments, shared history, is reframed as a hindrance to personal growth. The promise of a new beginning, a utopian future, becomes irresistible. Take, for example, Dr. Claire Zamet's teachings on manifesting wealth or finding a perfect partner within 60 days. These ideas resonate powerfully with individuals seeking transformation, offering the illusion of control over life's uncertainties. Zamet's work particularly appeals to high-achieving women, providing a compelling narrative of empowerment, the belief that they are special, deserving of success, and entitled to high-achieving partners who will fully support their growth. This message, while empowering on the surface, feeds into a sense of entitlement and detachment from existing commitments. Ironically, this narrative often excludes a critical perspective. Would Zamet's philosophy equally support a man leaving his stay-at-home wife in pursuit of a high-achieving woman, or a man experiencing a midlife crisis who abandons his family for a younger, high-status partner? Such double standards highlight the selective morality embedded in these ideologies, revealing their potential to distort values and justify self-serving actions. The danger of coaching compounding the problem is the role of coaches. Armed with techniques grounded in pseudoscience, many coaches claim to have the answers to anxiety, emotional struggles, or even relationship challenges. But without rigorous psychological training or an understanding of human complexity, these coaches often fail to assess risks. They do not consider the individual's mental health, personality, or relational dynamics. Oversimplify the human mind. By relying on NLP and other pseudoscientific methods, they reduce intricate emotional and psychological issues to simplistic tools and models, reinforce harmful behaviors. Instead of challenging destructive patterns, they validate them as necessary steps toward personal growth. How exploring one's personal growth can ignore the fact that one's partner has played a huge role in allowing them the opportunities they have had. Not just one person's sacrifice, but a united team effort in bringing up a family. How Zamet and NLP ignore these facts in dangling utopia in front of someone feeling lost, which in itself is more a mental health issue than a let's go for growth mindset. But these people have no credentials in the mental health space and take an opportunistic path instead. Changing one person's mindset within a family or relationship has far-reaching effects on not just the client, but everyone connected to them. When such change is pursued in isolation, often in secret, the outcome is rarely growth but devastation. The ripple effects of unexamined, ideologically driven transformation can dismantle relationships and destabilize entire family systems. Coaching, and outcomes-based industry coaching is, at its core, an outcomes-based industry. The focus is on achieving goals, living one's best life, and striving toward a better future. This forward-looking approach often ignores the deeper work of resolving past issues, a task better suited for psychologists or therapists. Ironically, the coaching industry's interventions frequently create damage that requires professional psychological support to repair. The promise of a utopian future is seductive, but it comes at a cost when pursued through pseudoscience and uncritical echo chambers. For those caught in the storm, the path of destruction often feels like progress, while the damage to relationships and shared histories is dismissed as collateral. It's time to challenge these harmful ideologies and advocate for a more holistic, relational approach to personal growth, one that values not just the individual but the communities and connections that make growth meaningful.